All right, so we are now going to USC. Aerial view of USC students blocking DPS car with detained student inside. USC is shutting its gates due to the ongoing clash between students and campus police of the Palestinian Solidarity Camp. Yeah. Love that the Zionists get to claim that protesters are doing it all for clout while literally getting paid to do press tours defending ethnic cleansing. Exactly. There is no like financial imperative behind defending Palestinians. The Palestinian side is not the moneyed side. No fucking university, as far as I know, has had donors pull out because of their unimaginably pro-Israel positions. As a matter of fact, the opposite of that has happened. Donors being like, oh yeah, if you don't kill these fucking students, I'm pulling out. I'm no longer funding your goddamn institution. What is this?
Show you footage from an undercover Al Jazeera investigation that was actually blocked from release in the United States and then subsequently leaked online.
There's basically just like Noah Pollock coming in, they got a book. There are these jihadis who basically support suicide bombing, and they're at a campus, and you have to stop them. You know what my worst nightmare is? I'm actually not kidding. It's a photo of Dion and I together, and we're just like clearly identifiable, and they're like, oh, we're these like traitors who sold out to the Jewish conspiracy for money. I'm like, we did. We cost $50,000 plus benefits.
The way you're putting it kind of sounds a bit like astroturfing.
No. This is astroturfing. No, this is actually the definition. There's a bus.
What does that mean?
So it's when you set up things.
It's the difference between grassroots and astroturf.
It's not that astroturfing is wrong. It's just that, like your astroturf has to be like committed.
Yeah, this video looks pretty old. It's because it's from a banned Al Jazeera documentary that had a lot of political repercussions for Qatar, as a matter of fact. And they were never allowed to air this. It's called, I believe it's called The Lobby. It's on YouTube. We should watch it. My friend, we have.
We have our people?
No, I'm not.
We support democratic society, but if you don't want to, we denounce extremist groups. ASJC, what do you think of this?
You agree? Resistance? Child suicide bombers?
We don't support radical Islamic terrorism in this country. We don't support suicide bombers. Cowards who kill children and women. They leave orphans. We don't support that.
Kill babies in strollers. That'll bring peace. Yeah, Palestinian terrorists all over Israel. That would be it.
Real baby killers, these terrorists. They kill women, they kill children, they don't care about anything. Rape women too, all the time. Yeah, let's head back to headquarters for briefing and cocktails.
Why are these people like this? Bro, it's a full throttle operation. The other side has real momentum. The Palestinian side has real numbers now. That's why they're like in the past, the Palestinian side didn't have any momentum at all. And it was like seen as an edge case. That's why there's a concept within progressive circles as progressive except for Palestine. So this kind of activity would be very successful. You could just like pay a couple protesters to go hold up placards and all this shit. And you know, they would create momentum surrounding the pro-Israeli side. However, nowadays there is not enough people that you can pay to go out there and do this shit. And you don't have enough zealots who will do this shit. Okay? Yeah, The Lobby, a 4-part investigation. It was uploaded by, it was an Al Jazeera documentary. It was leaked to the Electronic Intifada that actually released it after the American government applied public pressure and private pressure to the fucking state, to Qatar, to stop them from releasing this. The British version of it was released early on. Yeah, they're violently arresting students now. Hell yeah, dude. Pig fuckers. Absolute fucking piglets, dude. Oinking. Anti-Semitism on campuses in the United States is reminiscent of what happened in German universities. The kids are going to be all right, I think. And they're showing that right now. The kids are all right. Yep. USC has officially closed their campus gates due to the demonstration. Anyone stopping by should be prepared to show an ID. Please continue to avoid the center of campus unless you have a class. A rally by pro-Palestinian demonstrators turned chaotic at USC's Alumni Park as police confronted the protesters who attempted to set up an encampment on campus. If you were open to having a rabbi for Palestine, unlike Jessica Rosenberg, I can see if my group has connections. Brother, I literally am potentially going to fly out someone who's in rabbinical school right now, Lolo's brother. The protester has been released after police violence did nothing to move the brave protesters surrounding the car. Oh, they arrested a fucking what are they called? Protest guardian or whatever. If you see someone wearing that vest, that means they're one of the official sanctioned designated person that is a protest marshal. No, not a legal observer. Sometimes they are legal observers as well. But that's probably a protest marshal. He's part of the organizing team that put the protest together. Their job is to literally make sure that, like, when people are saying unhinged anti-Semitic shit or whatever, to like tell them to leave and shut the fuck up, and that there's no room for that kind of thing. For those of you who don't know, that's the whole, that like the dudes in the vests are literally to keep the protest centered on the goals of the organizers and keep it within the boundaries, within the confines. They are literally there to stop infiltrators, to stop agitators, to de-escalate against counter-protesters, that sort of thing. So the fact that they actually arrested one of them is pretty nutty to begin with. It's wild to me that the demands coming from fascists in the United States of America is to basically do Israel shit on U.S. soil at the behest of Israel to fucking American citizens. What the hell is going on? You can see a few of the students. I've removed the audio to protect those speaking in the background. They're putting them in the paddy wagon. In New York, they arrested legal observers too, which is crazy. History never looks favorably upon those who want to call in the National Guard or police to stop student protests. People never fucking learn. I don't think people care. I think people care more about just like an immediate reaction and immediately getting like exactly what they want. They just want the state to be violent to those who are offensive to their sensibilities. They're not thinking about like 10 years in the future and how this is going to look. Also, nobody ever gets punished for their fucking pro-war takes in this country. So why should they even feel bad? Why should they even think about the future? There is no social capital that you're expending when you are on the side of the American state, when you are demanding more state violence be done to those who are actually critical of the state. It just doesn't work that way. As a matter of fact, there is social capital to gain as a consequence of being on the side of the state. Nah, the average Republican is loving this shit and hope it escalates. They can lie and say they won't, but they all want to see blue-haired libs get smashed in the pavement. Exactly. How many people do you know historically as like historical figures that was openly championing the death and destruction at Kent State? Even when people talk about Kent State, right? You don't really know who was advocating for it. They don't really talk about it that much. It's not exactly seen as like a prescient part of the conversation. It's not seen as a salient part of the conversation. It's not like it's unimportant. And that is by design. It is because police violence is the norm, and demanding more police violence in this circumstance is not going to hurt your chances. It's probably going to make your chances better in media, as a matter of fact. Legal observers write down everything that they see in a protest in order to have an account in case someone gets arrested, to the people that have been asking. Thank you, Donna Knock. In order for nonviolence to work, your opponent must have a conscience. The United States has none. It's true. Michael Penis was at Columbia, by the way. Like, why is the Speaker of the House going to Columbia University? Why is this fucking Louisiana demon going to Columbia university to deliver a speech about like how pro-Israel college students are having their feelings hurt on campus. Okay, because that's what this is. This isn't about like any kind of real violence or anything else. It's just about the feelings. Okay, this is what I said earlier today on the campus protest news cycle. Every single media outlet that centers its coverage on the feelings of students who defend Israel and not about the mass graves being uncovered in Gaza is doing so deliberately. The pro-Palestinian students want the attention to remain on Gaza. That's why you rarely ever hear from the fucking pro-Palestinian students. You only hear from dudes who are like, yeah, I was waving my fucking big ass Israel flag around directly inside of the fucking camp, and then they surrounded me and scared me. Meanwhile, the surrounding and scaring argument that they make is this, by the way. They're saying Jews are being cornered on campus. By who? Other Jewish students, of course, anti-Zionist Jewish students, of course, but you know, Jews are being surrounded on campus. Here's the perfect synopsis, okay? Here's the perfect summarization of all of the events that have unfolded. 1, random group off campus singing Yaka Sam, make us proud, burn Tel Aviv into the ground, you know, Hamas, we love you, that kind of shit, right? Which is, of course, unhinged. Is unhinged. You can't fucking say, you can't say shit like that. I get it. It's bad optics, and that's precisely the reason why this is not a sanctioned protest that is literally on the fucking college campus. This has nothing to do with the Columbia University college campus at all, okay? So that's irrelevant to the main point of contention. This, on the other hand, is from the actual Columbia University campus protest. Here it is.
Can I get everyone to form a...
Stop saying based boo-hoo without even fucking knowing if that is an AstroTurf protest that like people paid. Okay? Stop. Bad optics to kill 30K people. No, it doesn't. Make no mistake. Many of you are new to this game. Many of you are new. I've been saying this since October 7. You will never be able to be even as fractionally callous as the average defender of Israel. You cannot be callous. If you care about the Palestinians, you have to be careful. Okay? Many of you mistake the momentum here for permission. Israel defenders can say whatever the fuck they want, and they will never get an ounce of scrutiny from the mainstream media. You even say something that can be remotely misconstrued, you will get pounced on. You will be used against the Palestinian movement. I've been saying this since October 7th. Okay? Been saying this since October 7th. Do not mistake the immediate momentum and the movement growing, the pro-Palestinian movement growing for an opportunity to be as callous as the average defender of Israel. That's never going to go well for you. Okay?